All right, listen, item one.
Yes. May I please, Your Lordship? In this case, my lord, my senior name has wrongly reflected in the cause list, my lord. There,
Whose name has been wrongly reflected?
Usha Borua, senior counsel Usha Borua, S. Sharma.
Ah.
They were never engaged in this case, my lord.
All right, when this matter was called up for admission hearing, Mr.
DJ Medhi.
DC Medhi, learned counsel, has appeared and submitted that the name of his senior, Mrs. U. Borua, has been wrongly reflected in the cause list as the counsel for the petitioner. Full stop. None other counsel has appeared in the matter today. In view of the above, registry to list this case for admission again after the summer vacation by deleting the name of Mrs. U. Borua from the cause list.
Much.
Item 2 and 3.
Please, Your Lordship. Lordship, after this company petition was filed, it was filed in 2010. What had happened in the meantime, resolution process was initiated in the NCLT.
Hmm.
The company has been resolved and Kotak, the petitioner, they filed applications there for their dues. NCLT Guwahati dismissed, and NCLT appellate tribunal had passed the order whereby they were supposed to be treated at par with the others, and those dues have been paid. Now the company is no longer there. It has been restructured.
Hmm.
So this petition doesn't survive, Lordship. In fact, in 2019 itself, I had pointed out to this honorable court that it has been dissolved by the NCLT.
Which company? SS Kotak Mahindra Prime Limited.
Yes.
That is the petitioner here.
Yes.
That company has been dissolved.
No. Kitply. They have filed against Kitply. Lordship, it's in Murmuria is there because it's a resolution professional. Because after it's taken over, it's only the resolution professional who will appear on behalf of the company. So this order has been passed. So the matter this has become infructuous.
We need some time to seek instruction, my lord.
That was, I informed them in 19, Lordship.
In
2019, it was informed, Lordship. This is the order of 2019.
A company which has been wounded up. What relief can you get against it?
I understand that, but from my clients, my lord, that instruction required. My lord, may take it up next week, my lord. We can come up with the instruction.
Mr.
H.K. Sharma.
H.K. Sharma, learned counsel, is present for the petitioner. Ms. M. Hazarika, learned senior counsel, appearing for the respondent, submits that
The NCLT has dissolved this.
that the learned NCLT has already dissolved the respondent, and therefore the said company is not in
Reconstituted, rather, Lordship.
dissolved and reconstituted the respondent company, and therefore the company petitions have become infructuous. First up, responding to the above, Mr. Sharma seeks 2 weeks' time to obtain instruction. In view of the above, registry to list this matter again after the summer vacation, so as to enable the petitioner's counsel to obtain instruction. Yes.
Orders item 4.
Yes.
It go to the This is good.
Yes.
This is fine.
Mr. Das, what is?
Yes, my
done?
lord, so far as these two issues are concerned, my lord, they have given a copy
Hmm.
wherein they have said that so far as sanitation is concerned, Lordships, I think Lordship is having that.
Yes.
Second paragraph, my lord, deals with the sanitation part. They have said that they have done it. But
Some alteration is,
now the member Foreigners Tribunal number 2 has ordered the contractor to take up some more works in addition to the works mentioned in the estimate, that is construction of septic tank, both, bathrooms with fittings and slab for water reservoir, etc. The matter was taken up with the PWD Building Authority for submission of fresh estimate for the office of the Foreigners Tribunal number 2 Silchar, which will be forwarded to this department for issue of necessary administrative approval. So earlier job has been done, completed. This is a fresh one. Secondly, my second paragraph, Lordship may kindly see. Also regarding the appointment of assistant government pleader, FP Dima Hasao, it may be stated that panel list of 3 advocates was received from the district commissioner Nima Hasao as a model code of conduct has ceased to be in operation from 6/6/2024. The process of appointment of assistant government pleader in Foreign Tribunal will soon be resumed. So this will be done.
Acha, all right, we are not going into whether the water is leaking from the tap, whether this toilet is flushed properly. You explain. the
already
High
they
Court
have done
will
it,
do
my lord,
this. We're
yes.
not going to. But there are some other issues which, for example, I believe there is an order of the court for constitution of a committee at
Committee
some
to
level to
disciplinary.
look into the grievance of the members of the Foreigners Tribunal. Is there a-
Earlier, there was some discussion, some deliberation.
Committee was with regard to, my lord, to deal with complaints against the members. That was not with regard to, my lord, dealing with the grievance of the members.
No, but today if there is a member of the tribunal who has a problem, that person has to straight away write to the judge.
The process that is going on is that they are writing to the registry as well as marking copy to the government.
No, but should each and every complaint come to the judge or to the court?
For the, yes, directly
These are
to the
not
court.
judicial
No,
matters.
not necessarily. And let the, I think what my learned friend is saying, if they have got any complaint, anything to say, any grievance, they can straight away write to the registry. And from the registry, if.
But we are not bringing all the complaints before your lordships. We are
I'm
also
receiving
seeing.
complaints from the members.
As against the members, lordship, they are not receiving, but as regard whatever demand they have regarding infrastructure, they receive. Today also we have received
Two,
two of such letters.
one is with regard to extension of the service tenure of the members, because
These are not matters. which
no,
will be taken.
extension is important, my lord. Because
Sorry?
extension of their tenure, my lord.
Hmm.
That their tenure has already expired. So
Hmm.
the extension has to come from the central government. Lordship also took care of this previously, my lord. Extension of their tenure.
Well, extension possibly is slightly different from the purpose for which this bench has been considered. Even otherwise, but I can just.
No.
Mhm.
This court, my lord, previously
No,
dealt
what
with
is
this.
the government stand?
No, madam.
Are these tribunals to continue
I'm-
to function or?
I'm indicating, my lord. I'm very clear about this, that this monitoring bench possibly will not deal with the individual problem.
No,
If
that
someone-
will come to it later.
Otherwise,
At the moment, what is the government's
my lord,
stand?
the
That these
proposal-
tribunals are to function or to be
No.
wounded up?
that's what I'm coming. First is first, my lord. Regarding the first, my submission is very clear about that.
Hmm.
Secondly, my lord, their term has expired on 22nd of May. Thereafter, proposal has gone from the government of Assam and much prior to that, and it has been approved by the Home Ministry, Government of India, and from there it has gone to the Finance Ministry. So it will be done with retrospective effect. This is my information. There
This
is
is, this is
then
the
it's-
term in office of all the members of
Mem-
Foreigners Tribunal.
So
Their
there is-
terms came to an end when?
22nd of May, 2024. And even prior to the expiry of their term, it was processed.
All right, you see, there is one aspect where there is some clarity is required. This monitoring bench gets its mandate from the order of the Supreme Court.
Supreme.
But Supreme Court order does not confer the jurisdiction.
My lord.
Jurisdiction is essentially under Article 226,
Absolutely.
227,
Absolutely.
correct? So therefore, whether the courts want to go into a particular issue or not, it is a matter of self-restraint of the court.
Possibly,
There
yes.
is no bar. But be that as it may, these are quasi-judicial institutions which are entrusted with a particular kind of
Yes.
work.
Yes.
That work cannot be done unless there is proper working condition, proper
Infrastructure.
infrastructure. Then we don't know what kind of facility. Are they getting books, etc.? Library is there?
Libraries,
Previously, not.
Huh?
I mean, previously, lot times. Demo.
Come this side, please.
Yes,
Hmm. What is it?
Lordship, previously Guwahati Law Times was subscribed for them also. But recently we have found that the government is not clearing their bills. Because of
Whose
which
bills? Whose bills?
GLT, Guwahati Law Times.
Okay.
So what has happened is, Lordship, I am told that they have stopped supplying books now to the foreigners tribunals. But previously, about 1 year back also, all the books were given from JLT.
No, but that the books were given on the order placed by the government.
Government, Lordship.
Government had placed
Government.
the order. Is that so?
I am not very aware of that. We'll collect the
Now,
information.
what is the decision to stop these books, journals?
I do not know, my
How
lord.
much will be the cost of these journals?
And what I suggest, my lord, I have no idea. I have no instruction also. Let us find out from the tribunals what is the present status of these books, journals, which books are subscribed, and what payment has been made. If there is any stoppage on what country has been stopped, we'll find out.
Achha, do you think this monitoring bench should continue or it's time to bring it to an end?
My submission is if the bench has been considered on the instance of
the
the Supreme
bench
Court, let
Is
it
with a
continue.
purpose, it's
But
not-
then on a regular basis, issues may not, unless the issues are of very serious nature where the intervention of the Honorable Court is necessary, there is no point listing it on a regular basis at a regular interval. Lordship may take up, there are some issues which can be brought to the notice of the government. If they do not take any steps, thereafter possibly it may be brought to the notice of the Supreme Court. Otherwise, every issue comes up, it need not be brought to the notice of the Supreme Court and consuming the valuable time of the Supreme Court. Like this salary part, as I have stated, when it is process has been started before the expiry of their term.
Salary
It will be done.
extension,
Yes, and it will be paid retrospectively. So there is no issue at all. So discussing all these things again inside the court, my lord, consuming notes, courts
Right.
on valuable time.
Look, so far as this submission of my senior is concerned, I beg to differ.
Hmm.
My understanding is that, Milord, the forum has to be there. Whether grievance
I-
comes or not,
I
that's a
said
different thing altogether.
Yes, we understand. Okay, but Mr. Das, let us be very clear.
Fine,
This is not a court only to strike on the government that give
No.
us this, give. What are the members doing? Give us the particulars. What kind of work they are doing, what kind of judgment-
disposal and all
Yes.
these things, Milord.
If they are not working, then some of them should be asked to
Yes,
leave.
Milord. Yes,
We would like to analyze that also.
fine, Milord. That
Do
is
you-
required also.
Do you make any assessment?
In
on
fact,
it?
In fact, my lord,
Government-
this is the real job of the sound recording hub, subject to correction. my lord.
Yes.
What is the rate at which disposals have taken place? Otherwise, there is no monitoring bench will monitor that also.
Periodical monitoring of
Last
their
few-
disposal
few
status
days,
is
only
required.
Lordship
one thing
may-
is coming up.
My lord, lordship may
What
ask
the
my,
members don't
Correct.
get, what is their problem? But whether they are delivering or not,
My-
we have
The
to see
problem
that
of the
also.
state has to be looked into, Milord. That is
Yes.
the real
Why
problem.
should the state spend so much of money if they are not
Correct, Milord.
delivering?
and my
Look-
submission will be lordship may ask for a report from the tribunals. Let them give us a dishonorable court a report as to what is the pendency of the
No,
case.
but let the
what is
government collect the report
Yes.
at place.
Yes, yes. Lordship may direct, will collect.
Let us, yes, Milord, absolutely. That is required also.
What is the pendency and what is the
Individual members,
individual members?
what is their what is the pendency in individual tribunals?
What is their
How many
role?
cases have been disposed of?
And their role is.
Then we can later on ask the Judicial Academy to make a qualitative assessment of the
Absolutely.
judgments also. And why should they be automatically extended? If they are not writing quality judgments, if they are not doing good
That
work,
is also, yes.
why should they be?
And,
No, a message should not go that this court is pressing for the extension of the members.
that should not be.
That's not the case.
That should
Yes.
not be.
And it is made very clear. The court is not interested whether. they should be
Lordship is
extended
absolutely
or
correct,
not.
Manoj. This is very important.
No, this is not the mandate of this.
True, my lord.
The court is only interested in one thing, that the machinery, as long as it is intended to be continued by the government, must function in such a manner
Yeah,
that the purpose is served,
yes,
nothing beyond that. So
absolutely.
we are only, this court is only hearing matters about where there is no toilet, no water, no electricity. What about the tribunal
Main-
where there is
main
no
thrust,
judgment?
Yes.
What about that?
Lordship will look into that, my lord. I am also praying for that, my lord. Lordship will kindly look into that. Let the government bring the status of each member. What is the disposal? How many they have declared Indian? How many foreigner? Let that also come. Although that is something different, but entire picture should come up
Facts and
before.
figures should come.
Yes,
Let this my learned friend is espousing in the cause of the members of the tribunal. Let it be also done through him. Let him collect the opinion.
no, why I am saying so, government should not shy away from this.
No,
Why I am
it's-
saying so, because they are taking the complaints, they are making the assessments. The
Government is
Home
not
Department-
adjudicating. Adjudication is by the
Oh,
tribunal.
disposal data is with the government, my lord.
No, data you have.
Data we can collect, madam. We'll collect it. Lordship may pass an order, we'll collect, we'll just issue a letter and report whatever we receive, we'll proceed before your lordship.
All right, heard Mr. H.K. Das and Mr. A. Das Lanet, amicus curiae appear in this case. Mr. D. Mohandas Lanet, additional AG, Assam, assisted by Mr. D. Nath Lanet, senior government advocate, Assam, is present on behalf of the state of Assam. Mr. R.K. D. Chaudhary, Lanet's Deputy Solicitor General of India, has appeared on behalf of the Union of India. Mr. S. Dhar, the registered bracket judicial bracket close of the High Court, is personally present. In terms of the order dated 34/2024, Mr. Nath, Lanet Senior Government Advocate, Assam, has obtained written instruction by order dated 8/6/2024, issued by the Joint Secretary to the Government of Assam, Home and Political Department, Janata Bhavan, Dispur, Assam, and placed the same for perusal by the court. After going through the written instruction dated 8/6/2024, this court finds that the two issues earlier flagged by the order dated by the orders dated 29/2/2024 by the order dated 34/2024, namely construction of laboratory facilities in foreigners tribunals numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 in the Kachar district, and also appointment of assistant government leader in the foreigners tribunals in Dima Hasao district of Assam have been substantially resolved. In view of the above, there is agreement at the bar that no further direction is called for from this court for the present. The learned amicus curiae has, however, invited the attention of this court to another important issue, which is the issue of which is pertaining to extension of service of the members of foreigners tribunals, which had come to an end on 22/5/2024. Mr. Das has further submitted that efforts should also be made to ensure quality, ensure quantitative and qualitative output of the foreigners tribunals, and therefore proper facilities, including supply of books and journals, must also be ensured by the state so as to enable the members of the FT to dispose of the pending reference cases expeditiously and by proper judicial orders. Full stop. Responding to the above, Mr. D. Majumdar, Learned Additional AG Assam, submits that although these are important issues and deserves to be looked into, yet today he does not have the necessary instructions to respond to the aforesaid aspects of the matter, and therefore prays for some more time to obtain instruction. So, having heard the learned counsel for both the sides, this court is of the opinion that besides providing proper infrastructure and other facilities in the foreigners tribunals, an objective assessment should also be made as to the nature of work done by the members of the by these foreigners tribunals, including number of reference cases disposed of in a particular year. It is therefore directed that on the next date fixed, the learned state council to obtain specific instruction and place the same on record by filing an affidavit indicating number one, whether number one, the number of cases disposed of by each of the foreigners tribunal during the we take it from 1st April 2023 to 31st March 2024.
Let it be 6 months, otherwise it will be too heavy for us.
6 months. In the last 6 months,
Right.
ending with 30th of May, 30th or 31st May, 31st of May 2024. Whether proper library facilities, including regular journals, are being provided to the members of the FT, and if not, the reason for not doing so. Number 3, whether there is any internal departmental mechanism to look into the grievances of individual members of the foreigners tribunals and the staff working under them pertaining to their staffs working under them, instead of bringing those matters before the foreigners bench, before this monitoring bench. And list this case again on, we'll give you some time,
Madam.
29th of 30th of July,
Yes.
30th of
Fine.
July,
5 minutes.
30th of July 2020.
This, my instruction regarding the extension of their service, let me kindly be
Oh,
made.
okay. And another, what steps have been taken for extending the services of the existing members of the, what steps, if any, have been taken for extension of service of the existing members of the foreigners tribunals whose term in office has apparently expired on 22/5/2024? Is that correct?
My submission that the proposal has gone from the state. It has been approved by the Ministry of Home, Government of
Board,
India.
I hope, as regards Mr. Majumdar's submission, it takes some time when here. As regards the question of extension of service of the members of foreigners tribunal, Mr. Majumdar submits that a proposal from the state government has already gone to the Ministry of,
Home,
to the Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India.
which has been approved by them,
And the same has also been approved.
and it has gone to the finance department,
Full stop. The matter is now
pending before the finance department for
pending before the Finance Department for necessary approval.
Ministry of
Whereafter,
Finance.
Ministry of Finance for necessary approval. Whereafter, ex post facto approval for extension of services of these members of FT would be issued by the government of Assam. If not provided. What steps, what actions, if any, have been taken so far for issuing notification for extension of service of members of the foreigners tribunals whose term in office has come to an end on 22/5/2024.
And on 30th July, your lordship has fixed the other infrastructure matter, division with matter. Would it be on the same date or next date?
31st July, then,
31st.
31st July.
Yes.
31st July.